What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the obviously awesome Dr. Disaster, and the time to say, I told you so, has come again for all the gamers out here who have been banging the drum to let the industry know that if you want to sell a product in video gaming, then make it appealing to the straight males who play the games.
Oh, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
Gender-bending characters like Tosh, which we saw in Dragon Age the Veilguard, characters like that make most normal people's skin crawl, and we sure as hell are not interested in shelling out money for the privilege of playing as this turd. But despite how poorly that game sold, some absolute morons out there still cling to the idea that they can do shit like this. We talked about this design the other day. This is the design for the swimsuit costume for Asuka in Tekken 8. It looks like her head was grafted onto a male torso. Gamers took a look at this and said,
I'm not into dudes.
But Street Fighter 6 isn't having that problem with the swimsuit costume for Chun-Li. People are loving the hell out of this design to the point that, as you can see on the Steam charts here, the game has consistently been getting around 25,000 players concurrently for a while, but then, right here on August 5th, the day that this DLC came out, the player count spiked, damn near doubling.
Weird.
Yeah, it's not actually that weird though, is it? But of course, the game journalists out there are sure acting as though it is plenty weird. This article here from Polygon treats those who like this design with contempt, thinly veiled contempt, because of course they do. Now, they have to admit that this shit is popular, but they can't help but call it gooner material, and to speak about the costume as if it is shameful to like it. They can't get it through their thick heads that this crap right here is as popular as a diarrhea-filled taco, while this sort of design is as popular as, well, it's as popular as you'd think it would be. They still struggle in the mainstream media to understand the power dynamics in the industry, but I believe that we can teach them.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, I've begun uploading some content onto Rumble, so make sure you follow Dr. Disaster over there. And don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. Anyhow, let's take a look at what's going on with Street Fighter 6 and how these dingleberries at Polygon aren't handling it very well. First of all, before we look at this article from Polygon, we should look in on the Steam numbers for Tekken 8 because their swimsuit DLC came out on the same date as Street Fighter 6, and if you look here, the Asuka swimsuit design hasn't done a damn thing for the game for Tekken 8 as far as bringing in players. They are at only around 6,000 or 7,000 concurrent players every day, and that has not changed. And if you look at these numbers here for the game, Tekken is at number 238 on the Steam top sellers right now. So this DLC has not really done much for them at all, and it isn't hard to see why. I mean, this junk right here just isn't gonna bring anyone in. Meanwhile, Street Fighter VI has jumped up to the number 12 top seller on the Steam platform, which is impressive for a game that's over 2 years old. But let's read about it in this Polygon article now. It says here, Street Fighter VI is heating up for the summer with the release of a handful of summer-themed costumes for a variety of characters. But it's the Chun-Li swimsuit skin leaving little to the imagination that's turning heads in the community right now. To say that the player base is obsessed is an understatement. And I will give Polygon this, while their quotes that they're going to choose to illustrate gamer sentiment toward the Chun-Li skin that they're going to show you in a second here, these definitely make it seem like they want to paint gamers in a negative light. They are at least acknowledging that Chun-Li is the draw for these players. There was a time in the not so distant past where they would have absolutely failed to acknowledge this. They would have pointed to the costumes for Luke or some other character like that and insist that his swimsuit skin was just as popular as Chun-Li's. But now at least they are admitting the basic truth. They're pissy about it, but at least there is progress, I suppose. Anyway, the article next has a couple quotes from the reveal trailer for the swimsuit skins. Capcom is gonna make $1 billion from this, reads one reply to the trailer showcasing the new costumes, which dropped on August 5th. I'm having very normal and rational thoughts about these costumes, another remarked. We're not leaving the Goon Cave with this one, another exclaimed. The impact of the release was immediate. The crowd at fighting game tournament EVO reportedly burst into cheers when Capcom initially unveiled the reel of new costumes. And on Steam, there has been a sizable jump in active players that coincides with the release. On August 4th, the average number of people online at the start of the day was merely around 8,600 players, so it was comparable to the player count that I showed you for Tekken 8. But anyhow, on Tuesday, the evening before the drop, that number jumped up to around 17,000 and rose throughout the day. By Wednesday, when the costumes became available, the number of people online exploded to an amazing 50,000 active fans. Next, the writer here tries for a millisecond to downplay the effect of Chun-Li on this sudden surge in popularity for Street Fighter VI, but even Polygon realized how foolish this was. They wrote, "The summer costumes arguably give people multiple reasons to tune in, some of which aren't Chun-Li. But based on social media posts, if Chun-Li isn't the reason people are starting up Street Fighter VI again, she's certainly one of the highlights. On places like Reddit, players share footage of themselves trying out combos with Chun-Li with only one hand. There are multiple threads that hone in on Chun-Li's butt, which is barely contained by her swimsuit. On X, Chun-Li butt posts are going viral alongside a healthy number of fan art renditions. Some outright call this a Gooner skin, while others swear that they simply have a deep appreciation for the masterful way Capcom can translate its concept art into the actual game. Whatever the case, everyone seems to be talking about Chun-Li. And you can definitely sense the judgmental undertones in the way this person wrote this article. I will say this though, it is amazing how Capcom is so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde about this sort of thing. They will censor their own games, like in Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, so that you can no longer take risque photos in the photo mode, and they will censor the fully covered woman in the remake of Onimusha 2, but yet they will use this design of Chun-Li in order to rake in the big bucks. They sure as hell aren't consistent, and I don't know what the hell to expect from them moving forward, but hopefully this recent success will inform their decisions so that they stop listening to Western localizers and start listening to the people who actually buy their products. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your appreciation for this Street Fighter Chun-Li skin and your mockery of Polygon and Tekken 8 into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.